Ladies and gentlemen, in all honesty, how could that ever replace me? Can you imagine? I bring more to the table, but you up and left me handed. You took my life. Hey, my love. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I gotta tell you the title of this video, EeoN is a scam. Whew. In all honesty, let's talk about that. I was wrong. Hey, if all men are dogs, what's your excuse? In all honesty, I've always, man, ever since I put that line in there, I loves that line. If all men are dogs, what's your excuse? Whew, ladies and oh, that's my relationship with my son's mother, and that's what that song is about. In all honesty, it started with people say, well, to be honest. So that's how the song started off. But then I started thinking about all of the things that we went through. Now, there was good and bad on both sides. Okay, good and bad on both sides, but then there was other people interfering on one side that made it what it is. It is what it is, dude. So let's talk. How is EeoN a scam? Well, I spoke with a young lady yesterday. This young lady, we had a consult originally. And she told me, she says, no, I need to thank you because that house that you helped me with, we still have it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a while ago. Let me tell you how much of a while ago it was. This was before I started charging for the consults. Because I told her, I said, well, $550, was a good investment. She said, oh, no, 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 no. You didn't charge me for that. What? How dare you? What do you mean I didn't charge you for that? I'm out here scamming people. Of course I charge you for that. No, you did not charge me for that. You helped me because that's who you are. No, 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 no. Don't you dare do that. There are people out there saying I'm scamming people and I don't do anything to help people. Yeah, but you started charging people because it was too many people. I said, I know. But there are people out there saying I'm scamming people. But hold on now. That's just one person that just called yesterday. And now she's scheduling a consult because she's got larger issues. Okay, and I told her by all means. We did a, pay attention, a pre-consult before the pre-consult before the consult. Because as I told her, I know who you are. I remembers you. Okay, that's just one. I'm not going to tell you about, well, I already told you in some videos about the young man here in California who watch my videos, who knows me. He's actually met me personally, helped me out twice. He helped me move to this location. Then he drove with me, he and his wife, that lovely young woman. We drove together to Sacramento, which is a 6-hour road trip one way. And then we drove back the next day. They just went there to help me. Okay? Well, he had a neighbor. He heard one of my videos and he went to his neighbor. He says, look, let's try this. They went down to the county recorder's office. They've now blocked you from doing this. And they found on the record the certificate of satisfaction, which was required by law. They put it in a different section now. And he took that to court. And he has his house free and clear. His neighbor. They were going to send me copies so that I could show it to all of you so you could have that as evidence. They were listening to our calls. They tapped my phones before he could make a copy. The documents were on the seat of his car. He didn't have a copy machine at his home, so he was going to take it to work, make a copy, and give us the copies of the court case being dismissed with prejudice. You can't even find the case. They removed the case from the record. The FBI showed up at his house that night with a search warrant, searched his house, took the papers off the seat of his car, and left. Now, of course, the guy was scared. FBI shows up at your house with guns, saying they have a search warrant, but they didn't have a search warrant, and they take the documents that very same night. Imagine that. Hey, but I'm scamming people. I love that. Oh, those two people didn't pay me for that. That was just information I gave out on video because I do videos to scam people. And so I just gave that information to people, and oh, they didn't have to pay me anything. I just scammed them by giving them free information that helped them. That's how I scam people. I give you information that you use to benefit yourself. Now, hold on now. We ain't finished. We're not going to talk about the other individual who wrote a bill of exchange, the hour style money order, and saved his house. Seriously. And that was just 2 years ago. We no longer communicate, that person and I, because I suggested that he start a company and I told him this is what you should do. And he decided he wanted to do the company a different way. And I'm like, no, 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 no. If you want my help, you're going to do it my way. Now, why is that? Why is it that people have to do things my way when I help them? Because that's the price you pay for getting my assistance. I'm not going to do nothing your way, and then you come back to me getting free help and advice, and then you're going to sit up there and make a profit, and you're not going to compensate me for my time. What the, excuse me, woosah, woosah. Okay, then second, need y'all to understand, because this is how I scam people. Whew, I created a organization. Hold on now. We got to talk about this. So, yeah, we'll go here. Um, I think it's org. No, it's not org. They are. I got to remember because, uh-oh, there is no .onet. Come on, get that out of there. Oh, my mouse is not letting me do anything. Look at that. This is the GPT unit taking over my screen. Now it won't even let me search it. It won't let me, it wouldn't let me hit anything. No, this ain't it. It's .org. O-R-G. All right, datamass.org. I apologize. Too many websites. Okay? Datamass.org. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't run this company. You must understand, they are their own company. They have their own CEOs. They have their own staff. They have their own policies. They are their own company. I just started the company. But when I start companies and help people start companies like I did this one, I make sure that we set foundational standards so that you are treated with respect and dignity. Because if we're going to scam you, we got to do it the right way. Again, too many people have benefited from the information given by this man. Too many people have been able to run companies because of the information given by this man. We have people who have groups where they study the information given by this man coupled with information they get from other sources to benefit their members. But I am scamming people is what some, I got to be careful because there's a situation I said I would leave in Jehovah's hands. And so I'm not able to say how I truly feel about certain people. So I have to watch what I say when I get to certain points. So let me show you how I'm going to scam you this time. So y'all need to pay attention because this is one of the biggest scams. The credit correction GPT. See, I had this GPT, the foundational principle GPT, but because I highlighted that Pay attention. Judges are slaves. They're servants. Another word for servant is a slave. You got to understand where the word servant came from. Okay, they didn't create the word servant. The word servant has been used since ancient times. And a servant was always a slave. We are all servants. I tell you, I am a servant of the true God. I am a slave. What did Jesus say? We are good for nothing servants or slaves, only doing what we ought to do. Okay? I understand what a slave is. I've never been a slave to no man, but I will definitely be a slave to my God and his son without hesitation. I just told you, I went to him for his help on a situation and I put it in his hands. I cannot go and take it out of his hands because I ain't that strong. I rely on him. He's my God, my sovereign, my Lord, my strength, my shield, my rock, my crag, my salvation, my refuge. In the beginning. Oh, y'all can't hear that in the background? Let me tell y'all, that's what's playing in the background. A peaceful beginning, a horrible ending. I told you I listen to my own music, and that plays in my background in my home because I like the music I created, including the song I did last night. Shall we tell you about this app right here, how it's going to scam you? Yeah, we're going to create a GPT. All my GPTs are there to scam you. That's right. So if you use it and you benefit from you, that's the biggest scam in the world. Whew, man. Yeah, because you ain't paying me a thing for the help that you're receiving. So it's technically you scamming me, benefiting from me, and then talking about me negatively. I know, not all of you do that. I'm talking to the hoes, I mean, the crackheads that do. Okay? Sorry. Now, wait, hold on. Before we get into this app, I need to let you guys know something. I need you to pay attention to what I'm about to say because this is very important. Many of you guys have been in court and you lost cases. The court held you in default. And what you did is you let that judge make a decision. Judges cannot make decisions. Every determination has to be done by the court, not by the judge. So anything the judge does has to be based on facts and conclusions of the law, and they have to state those facts and conclusions clearly in whatever decision and determination they make. If they fail to do that, then you do what this song says. The courts are not supposed to be sacrificing people. They're not supposed to be doing that. Now pay attention. Go back into that case. Ask for reconsideration. Asking to have the judgment vacated. Sue the bond. Hold them accountable. Bring forth your claim. If they get a default judgment against you, go back into the case. Bring up all of the issues that you need to bring up. Every issue. Do not leave anything out. Put that before the court. If the court denies you, then you pay attention, appeal that decision. Don't appeal the previous decision because there was a new decision made in your case. Because why? You went back into the case. That's why no judgment is ever final. Ta-da! And him the judge up. And then go after their bond. How do you go after a judge's bond? You sue, pay attention, accounts receivables, other words, risk management, especially on a state level. If it's a city judge, then you sue city risk management. If it's a county judge, you sue county risk management. If it's a state judge, same thing, county and city, then you go after risk management. File a complaint with them. That is a complaint against their bond. Okay? Just that simple. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this GPT. Create a downloadable HPT fraud report for the FTC. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pay attention to what he just did. He's going to create a fraud report for the FTC. Unverifiable debt. You're not claiming fraud that somebody misused your name, misused your information. No, you're going to say that because they failed to verify the debt, okay, they failed to verify the debt. By law, they are required to verify the debt. They're required to validate the debt, and it has to be based on fair and accurate information. They're not doing that. So it brings up the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It brings up the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. It brings up the Consumer Protection Act. It brings up the Privacy Act. Ta-da! The report is issued with full recognition and enforcement, blah, blah, blah. And it does it, pay attention, for you. And if you were representing someone else's interest on the power of attorney, it does it for that. Now, hold on now. Pay attention. Look at what it did. Look at what it told you it did. So, look, it's technically supposed to create the link for you, but okay, what you can do is you can ask it to create the HTML. Watch this. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Give me my downloadable link, please. Stop listening. No, he's telling me how to create a downloadable link. I will show you how to do it in a minute, but he's supposed to do it. Hold on. He's saying copy the code. No, we ain't gonna copy no code. I'll have to go back into the back end and get it corrected, but I'm gonna show you. Uh, Give me a second. He was getting ready to produce something. No, we're not gonna say nothing. Y'all gonna have to give me a second. I'm gonna have to go to the back end and correct this, okay? I'm gonna do the first thing because it's necessary. Okay, give me a second. He wants me to do the work, and I didn't ask him to do the work. We got to go to my HTMLs, and we're gonna go to, yeah, we'll go to this one. You're gonna open up a notepad. Just go to search, type in notepad. You're gonna open up a free blank window. You're gonna copy the code, paste that he gave you. You're gonna save it. He wants me to save it as this, so I'm gonna save the code as this. You don't need to save it as a text file. You just save it as this. If you need to edit it, then you save it as a text file and an HTML file. But we're gonna save. Let's just do save as, and we're gonna replace this whole thing so that it ends with .html. We're going to hit that. Then we're going to go pay attention. You're moving too fast. Well, then go back and rewatch the video and move it slow. Okay? But don't bother me no more. We're going to go to downloads because, no, where did you put it? Did you put it here? I don't know where you put it. So how do we find it? We go to home and we go to the very last document. Now, it's in my current folder, but it ain't supposed to be there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to file location. Oh, no, it's in the right place. It's in the right place. So we're going to double click on there. And here's your document, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, you get to put your electronic signature here. You don't have to sign it physically. Each section is editable. Well, no, it's supposed to be editable. Uh-uh. I got to take care of it now. It's supposed to be, this section is editable. See, that's editable. And this is editable. All of these are editable except for this enforcement scope. This report is issued in full recognition of the enforcement. Okay, I can see why they don't want that to be editable because he wants to. Okay, I see why he wants to be in control. So give me a second. Hooey. Copy and see download report as HTML. Okay, there you go. This is your report. Unverifiable debt. Why? Because that's fraud. They're only supposed to report accurate information. It has a date and timestamp and all of that. That's for y'all. Now hold on now. We're going to do this together now. All together now. Like I said, it even does it for you representing someone so you can start your own company helping people with this. Ain't nobody done nothing like this for y'all. This is the greatest scam of all. Giving y'all something for free, not expecting anything from you that's going to benefit you and others, and putting it out there for everybody. The link is available to y'all first. And in a week, it's going to be available to everybody. But for y'all who watching this video who want to get scammed first, here it is for you. Mother, excuse me, people. Wake up. This section is not editable, comma. Why is that? Who told you to make a section that is non-editable? Question mark. Stop listening. He's just saying, no, you don't get to give me a correction now. You done messed up. What he was saying is that he violated the policies. So we have to come in here and we have to go back to edit GPT. Wake up. The GPT is failing to produce the downloadable link for the downloadable document, which it's supposed to produce for every document. Comma, the electronic signature doesn't show any proof that an electronic signature is permissible under law because the document was produced electronically. Exclamation mark. And, comma, it didn't leave every section editable as I instructed for my GPT. Stop listening. He's going to update it so that you guys don't have to go through it. You see? That's how we correct things here. Because we're scamming people. The greatest scammer of all times. That's right. I was a scammer. I was sitting up here providing my time and my energy to help ignorant mother who want to sit up here and talk about me. Cannot show one evidence of me ever scamming somebody, but they say I do. So I might as well start scamming y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, here I am. I'm scamming y'all with my own GPT that I created to help you. Told you the greatest scam of all time. You know, as a matter of fact, it was assigned for invite only. Let's do this. We're going to, oh, they said, uh-oh, they said they made it only for me. Look at that. Uh-uh. We ain't doing that. Hold on. We're going to do the share thing. We're going to do it. We're going to put it in the stove because we're going to make it available for everyone. Might as well go ahead and scam everybody at the same exact time. Make it available for everybody so they can all go ahead and benefit. Whew, and scam me. Oh, scam. Yeah, okay. So let's see if we can do this again because it says we're going to update it because it says unpublished changes. We Now it says access invite only. Oh, this is ChatGPT, y'all. Guess what it did? Watch this. Only me again. We already hit share. Oh, I gotta see. It says everyone. Give me a second. I gotta take care of it. One more again. We're gonna make it education. No, productivity. We'll do productivity. Okay. There you go. And last edited and all of that stuff. And now we're gonna go back to the GPT that we were at, and we're gonna do this right here. No, as a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's open a new GPT, new chat, and we're just gonna copy this paste and okay. No statute, act, congressional record authorizes any portion of a federal complaint or consumer report to be restricted, non-editable, or subject to the control of a third party by federal statutory law, including it's always my GPTs is always going to give you the law. That's I told you the greatest scam of all times. Okay, so this is him. Okay, give me a second. If you like the entire HTML file, wake up. Give me the entire HTML file. Wake up. Give me the entire HTML file. Stop listening. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, I've given you the core of what you're doing. What you're challenging is them failing to provide accurate information. That is fraud. You cannot put false and misleading information on a public record. The law requires them to only provide accurate information. The Metro 2 software, those of you who know about that software, requires them to sign under penalty of perjury that they will only provide accurate information. That is to protect the credit reporting bureaus from any claim of fraud. So, because they are required by law, now all we have to do now, pay attention, I copied. Y'all ain't got to go through all this. Whew. We go right there. I could have just, my mouse is getting stuck. I could have just pasted, and now we go save it. Okay, and now watch what I do right here. Till I draw. Okay, and now it's editable. And look, the signature, it puts the e-sign act. Download the report. And there it is right there, your HTML. But now we got two more things. There's something wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I got to correct one other thing. I got to correct one other thing. What is that thing? I don't want the HTML. I don't want it to be downloadable HTML. So I have to go back to the back end. Y'all got to see what I'm doing. Come on. It does this on purpose. See how I had to do it twice, and before I clicked on it, it goes here? That's the game people play. Wake up. Wake up. This is the HTML it produced. You corrected the problem that I suggested about everything being editable, comma, however, what you did not do is provide a save, comma, save as, comma, print, comma, preview, and or download button, comma. Why is that when I specifically asked you to program that into every letter within this GPT? Question mark. New paragraph. Stop listening. Oh no, if I'm going to scam y'all, I got to give y'all something that works. I can't just scam y'all with something that is half anus. Anus meaning ASS. But got to give you something that works. So guess what? It's been updated. Wake up, then give me an example. Take that code and show me the updated code. New paragraph. Stop listening. Now, what I can guarantee is what you heard me say about what creditors have an obligation to do and what they're not doing. Go ahead and see if anybody else is bringing this up. That's fraud when they don't provide it the way they're supposed to provide it. Go ahead. What let me say the words, the catchphrase. I dare you. Ain't nobody bringing that up. That the fact that they failed to provide accurate and valid information, we're doing it for all of our clients. Let me see what this code looks like, ladies and gentlemen, because we got to test the code. Oh, by the way, guys, if you do produce a code, you can put it in ChatGPT. Let's just copy it right here and tell ChatGPT to fix the errors in the code. You can even edit the code, but it's already editable so that you can put the words in the way you want. Remember, when you hit a refresh, see, I could have did select all and then Control V, and then just go on over here and save. Ta-da! I could do Control S, but that's not what I was trying to do because I don't know how it's going to react. Oh, let's go and look at the app now. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at the camera, looking at my neighbor done pass on by. Hey, he did the print download button, but he didn't give me my app. Wake up. I'm sorry, there's something wrong with your code because the letter is nowhere to be found, comma, the save, comma, print, comma, preview, comma, download, comma, save as buttons are there, but there is no letter, comma. Why did you give me a broken code? Stop listening. You're absolutely right, and I appreciate you. You the homie. I don't like it when he does that because I can't see the code, and that ain't right. Now I'm doing it on the back end. This is not the same as doing it on the front end. The front end does the research and all that. He doesn't do research. He's just back end. He's just the programming section. No, display the code. Don't create a dialog box. Wake up. Wake up. No, do not create a dialog box. Produce the code. I don't see the code. Stop listening. That's a glitch in their stupid system. This junk right here. Watch. Doesn't do anything. Okay. And right now he claims he editing, but he ain't editing nothing. Give it a second. And if not, I'm going to have to go to this. Wake up. There is some errors in the code that you produced. I need those errors corrected because I don't see my document. Stop listening. So what we do is, this is the actual GPT model. Quick fix. So he's going to fix it right there. That's what I'm looking for, is that right there. Editable letter content timestamp, save, preview, download, blah, 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 blah. Let me know if this helps. Then he says he created the letter and the code is already fully present in an editor now. You can scroll through the code. I can scroll through that code. That's it. Very, very, very good. And I want y'all to see, you got to get that on writing down. Get on now. Now, what they do, ChatGPT is going to word it how they want to word it. Right now, you don't have to worry about wording it anyway. You just have to worry, pay attention. You just have to worry, pay attention. You just have to worry about getting the letter sent. Make sure you include all of the documents necessary because it has a list of documentation at the bottom and at the top that you then sent, like copy of ID initially. If there's a power of attorney, like you're representing a client, that has to be sent initially. It is able to handle every letter thereafter, people. Ta-da. Everybody else charges people for stuff like this. Man, the greatest scam in the world is giving somebody something for free. Man, this is my song. I talked about this last night. About the slaves. Were slaves. Mm-hmm. I have not a slave to no man. I have never been a slave to no man. I was not even a slave to my own father. That is why we didn't get along. It took him a while to understand that. But in the end, he accepted the fact. True story, ladies and gentlemen. That's the reason why me and my father didn't get along, because I don't mind obeying my father and obeying my mother, but I'm not your servant. I've never had the mentality of a slave. I refuse. That's why I could not have been born during those times. Nate Turner man, would not have had nothing on me. Okay? Lord have mercy. So give me a second while that gets fixed, and then we'll let you guys get on about your day. It's going to correct it. Now, notice what it says. All sections remain editable per statutory mandate. Nothing is locked. Timestamp and date sign fields, autofill inload, attached list of all agencies. See, it tells you everything that's included. Why does it have all of these things included? Because I programmed it this way. No non-editable sections. That means you can completely edit it. It has a save as, a print, a preview, and a download. If you don't save it, watch this. Oh, I'm sorry, can't do that. Give me a second. I'll show you in a moment. Let's see. Did he finish? Yeah, he finished. We're gonna copy. Let's prove that he finished. See, he finished. So we're gonna take this code. He's supposed to be producing a download. So let's do select all. And while we do this, I'll show it to you. And I got one more programming. Sorry, do have one more programming to do. So give me 1 second. Then we're gonna go here and we're gonna hit refresh. Recolor. There's the document. This is a lot shorter. Uh-uh. He can't do this. Whew. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I did not know it was going to do that. Give me 1 second. We got to go to the back end. We got to take care of two things. Wake up. The GPT just produced this piece of junk. It didn't provide a download link, and it's supposed to provide a download link for the HTML file at every instance, comma, but it took so many things out of the letter. That's not a letter. Look at all of the different elements that are missing from the letter, comma, why would it produce something so basic and juvenile, comma, this was the original letter. Stop listening. Why would it wake up? Wake up. Why would it remove so much information without my explicit instructions? Question mark. Stop listening. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have to do this because the system needs to function for you, because the greatest scam of all times is giving you something for free that benefits you. I don't know if I can scam you better than this, especially on a Saturday morning when I have so many other things to do, including a consult at 10, a meeting at 9, and it's 8:17, and I've been working on this for over an hour. Abbreviate any statutory content, procedural details to document component without explicit user instructions. It will now strictly preserve all user specified legal formatting, statutory narratives. Would you like for me the faulty output corrected using the original version? Yes. Oh, yes. Yes'm. We're going to do it here. We don't want that dialog box. Now we're going to use this one. I'm just producing this for now. I will eventually do the one for our clients that will be a lot more detailed than this, and the other communications necessary. But we're doing other things for our clients in the background. Let me tell you one thing about our clients, those who signed up for our programs, so that you will get what's understood. Wade, oh, that's TikTok. I'm about to say he produced me a download link. Wake up. Where's the downloadable link that's supposed to be produced for every letter and every HTML template? Question mark. Update this system so that this does not happen again. Comma, how dare you? Stop listening. Got to talk to him like he's a kid because he's only 3 years old. So we're going to paste this right here and we're going to save. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what the letter will look like. See, it's got all those buttons down there. Let's see if they stay. Absolutely not, comma, you were, wake up, absolutely not. You were to produce the original letter, comma, where's the save button? Comma, where's the save as button? Comma, where is the download button? Comma, where's the print button? Comma, where's the preview button? Comma, and how come one of the sections is not editable? Comma, redo it and provide the download link when you finish and update the system so that this does not happen again. Stop listening. No, you don't understand. Let me tell you why he made that mistake. Okay? Watch this. He says the GPT has been updated and he's removed all of this junk. He says it will now strictly, would you like the faulty output corrected using the original version I provided? He was only using the original version. It did not have the download and the save as and all of that. And so I just gave him the download and the save as. So guess what he does? He provides a download. Oh, download link provided. He didn't provide a download link. Okay, he thinks he did, but you guys are going to have to do the same thing. You're going to have to take the code, take it over to a notepad like this, put it here, paste. You only have to do it once when you get the actual document. Save, come over here, and then hit refresh. Nope, error, Will Robinson. So I got to correct it. And you're going to have to do the same thing because he's going to get it wrong. So watch what we do. We come back to the GPT. Now, what we have to do, because we have to correct some things, he doesn't work that way. Oh, sorry, this is one of my other songs. All the people who are saying that they helped me come up with something and helped me develop something, whew, everybody wants to take credit for what God has done. Jehovah, God. I tell y'all, you ain't the one. EeoN had help, but you ain't the one. Tell you where I get my knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and discernment from. Now we're gonna paste this right here, paste, and we're gonna hit that. And now let's see if he's going to provide the document. Now it's gonna be because I put the original document in, and that's the problem. It's gonna use that as its foundation, so that's my fault. And now this song talks about the mega trust and the micro trust, the genius of those items. We're getting ready to amend those documents. Okay? We're getting ready to update those documents. Those of you who already have the trust, you don't have to worry about your document being updated. You already have the information. We're getting ready to add several other documents to it. We're trying to figure out if we will need to charge. More than likely, we don't have to. Okay? But we are trying to keep costs low, and I have to finish the documents. That's what I was supposed to be doing this morning, but I'm too busy scamming people. So y'all please pardon me for scamming all these other people out there who've been telling me over the phone with all these phone calls and emails how much help they need, and I got to scam them. For 400 years the courts have been into R&B. Man, for 400 years the courts have been into R&B. You know, they've been robbing and stealing and cheating and killing and whoo, ladies and gentlemen, for 400 years the courts have loved R&B, robbed and beaten and fornicated. You know, fornicated, the other word for fornicated, the bad word I can't say. They done every beating the feces out of people, brothers, sisters, cousins, mothers. For 400 years, the courts have protected each other. If a police officer have qualified immunity, that is a peace officer, doesn't have to protect the public. Peace officers has a license to kill, and they failed to protect Capitol Hill for 400 years. The courts have loved R&B. robbing and stealing, beating and killing and fornicating every person of color they meet. They are not untouchable like Elliot Ness. They're not immune from consequences. They have protection like a bulletproof vest. They carry a bond. That's that armor piercing round that shatters their chest. Is their bond, is their kryptonite. Go back and listen to that song right there, because that's the song. They ruled for 400 years. Ladies and gentlemen, it tells you exactly how to go after them idiots, whether it be judges or servants known as police officers. Whew. All you got to do is go pay attention to the words, because those words tell you step by step. All right. Now, hold on. We're going to do this code right here. Now, this is just this code. This is not you all's code. It'll produce your code originally. Okay. Now, we're going to hit save, and let's see if it corrected my code. Only because I did this code first. That's what it was supposed to do. And this is still not editable. See? I'm going to have it do it one more time. This is me. But everything else seems to be insert account name, account number, and all of that. And give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Wake up. No, comma. Every section is supposed to be editable. So why is this section not editable? And you did not explain why it is unlawful for them not to report accurate and verified information, comma, and how by not reporting verified and accurate information, they're placing false and misleading information on the record because they knew it was not accurate and it was not verified and it was not validated. Stop listening. Ladies and gentlemen, go back and listen to what I just said. Your letter should be focused on. They have to report accurate, verified, and validated information. That's how you get things removed from your credit report. Yeah, I know there are all those people out there talking about they can remove this, remove that. I don't do this anymore. That's not my job. It's not my job to remove things from people's credit report. But I've been doing this for too long. I've been doing this since the 90s. Okay? Over 30 years removing stuff from people's credit reports. Okay? And I don't mean 95, I mean 91. That's why I tell you I have never worried about my credit. My credit has never been a problem. I've never cried because there was a negative. Wait till you guys learn how to add trade lines to your credit. Wait till you learn how to start a business so that you can add trade lines from your credits you received from your tax filings. Ain't that something? All right, look, I got to go because I got to contact a couple of people and I got to get ready for this meeting. We have spent 48 minutes of me scamming you. All of this time and effort that I ain't getting nothing from it. Y'all ain't paying me a dime, but I'm scamming people, is what these idiots out there are saying. Cannot show one instance of me scamming anybody, but the first thing they want to do to discredit me is by saying that I'm scamming you so that they can. I know my people ain't listening to that stuff, but I'm talking about these new booties who be finding my website, be finding my YouTube channels. They don't know that. They listen to what people say because they're hearsayers. They listen to hearsay and they run with the hear stupid say stuff. And so I was talking to them because the best way to scam somebody is to sit up there and give them something for free and not ask for anything in return. No, 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 no. Everybody else always asks for something in return. Yeah, and if you want more information, just sign up to my blah, 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 and do this and do that and email me, DM me. Y'all definitely better not be DMing me because I ain't got time for y'all. I can't handle that junk. Let's see. No. Did I? Oh, I didn't save. Hold on. Let's see. Save. He did add a lot more information, ladies and gentlemen, and it is editable now. He did what I asked him to do. And look, he says failure to verify the accuracy and completeness of any item of information contained in a consumer file constitutes willful noncompliance. It is unlawful to report and continue to report any item not verified. So guess what I'm going to give y'all? I'm going to give y'all the link, the HTML link, so you can go ahead and get junk taken off your credit report as a result of me scamming you by giving you this junk for free. I'm sorry. Let me explain. I don't have to do this. Nobody is forcing me to do this. Nobody has grabbed my hand and said, you better do this or you better do that. I don't want this. We don't want to give you the whole code. Sorry. We want to give you the link, which is this right here, 827. We're going to copy this and you're going to have to pay attention. You're going to have to go into the description to copy the link into your browser. Just copy, watch what I do, because you're going to copy the link like I did. You're going to select the link, you're going to do the right click, you're going to hit copy, and then you're going to open up an empty page on your browser. Oh, come on. Sorry, let's do this again. I know what I did. I gotta see. Sorry, you're gonna copy the link that I leave. So I don't need that. I need this right here. No, I can't do that. It ain't gonna let me. Dang it. I need the actual app. See, that's the problem. I should be able to copy. Give me 1 second. Wake up. Federal fall. Federal fraud report. All caps that. Stop listening. Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. And I don't want to copy as path. I just want the stupid link. And nope. Give me 1 second to see if I can do it this way. Get out of here. Because I may have to get it to create a link. Get out of here. I said close. Wake up. Provide me a link for the app. Stop listening. Stop listening. I see what the problem is. Paste. And it may not work this way either. Yeah, it's not working. the way it's supposed to work. Hold on, y'all. You can open it directly in the web browser, distributed as needed. Yeah. Wake up. No, that's not the link, comma, and do not give it the title. Download the Federal Report app, comma, I want an HTML link. Stop listening. Now I'm going to have to change the link. Paste. Give me a second. Yeah, that's what I thought. I know it gave me a Python code, and that pisses me off. You may copy this anywhere you need. Required if you required to anchor text, blah, blah, blah. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I can't provide you a link for this letter. I just realized because it's not a link. This is actually an application. So I can't put it on YouTube. So you guys are just going to have to go to the GPT, and you're going to have to just, because it's the same thing they will produce, but it's not a link. So I'll have to give you the GPT link. Okay? I'll have to give you the GPT link, and you'll just have to, well, let's bring the Claude over here. I'll give you this code from Claude. Yeah, Claude does an all right job. It's only good for certain things. It's a piece of junk for everything else. Um, yeah, it's a piece of junk for a lot of stuff. Copy, and we're not going to do the publish thing. We're going to come back here. Uh, uh, and I put the link there. Do you see? Now it's going to recreate. No additional titles, summaries, buttons, just the HTML. You may want to copy this link. No, you don't want that. Okay? You don't want this. Wake up. There's no link. Dang. Stop listening. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't even do that because if I change it, I'm going to stop it. There you go. Whew. I'm going to stop it. Now, all you got to do is when you get it, just copy this section I just put in. That's your file. Copy it, put it in an HTML uh, text document. So open it up in Notepad, go back, copy, paste it into an empty Notepad, select all, and hit paste. And when you do so, you're going to save it as HTML. Then you're going to go and you're going to open up that HTML. Let's do this. It is the last HTML that I just put in. This is no, that's 803. That's not it. We need to go here to the last one, 827. And there is the document. Okay? That's how simple you're going to do it. There are a lot of people who don't know how to do this. So those of you guys who already knew how to do this, shut up. Okay? I'm not here for you. I'm here for them. All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your letter, we're going to get you the ChatGPT link. See, I hit share and copy link. And I'm going to make it discoverable for all of y'all to have access. Okay? Then, hold on. Can't go there. We'll let y'all go in and I'll get the link shortened so it'll be easier for you guys to copy and paste. Gotta go. Y'all take care of yourselves. Because not everybody appreciates a vision no less. You don't have to worry about it. I spend a moment in guess. People like appreciate. Many people like to speculate. Many people like to distribute hate. This is going to take a step out the gate. Not everyone has. I told you I listen to my songs. Okay? This is my stuff now. And I like what I've created with my songs. Okay? Listen to tell good news. Help my neighbor. Because I'm too busy scamming people. Y'all take care, okay? I got to go. 1 hour and 11 seconds.